Life is not always easy. We all face challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. It is in these difficult times, however, that our true character is tested and forged. Like a sword tempered in fire, adversity has the power to make us stronger, more resilient, and better equipped to handle whatever life throws our way. The ancient Stoic philosophers understood this principle deeply. They believed that hardship was not something to be avoided, but rather an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. The Stoics were not interested in empty platitudes or wishful thinking. They offered practical wisdom for navigating the inevitable storms of life. Their teachings, passed down through the centuries, remain surprisingly relevant to our modern struggles. By embracing the Stoic mindset, we can learn to not only endure difficult times, but to thrive in the face of them. The Stoics teach us that true strength lies not in the absence of challenges, but in our ability to meet them with courage, resilience, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and philosopher, famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This powerful statement encapsulates the Stoic view of adversity as an opportunity for growth. Aurelius recognized that obstacles are not merely roadblocks on the path to our goals, but are in fact integral parts of the path itself.
When we encounter setbacks, it is easy to become discouraged, frustrated, or even defeated. The Stoic approach, however, encourages us to view these challenges as opportunities to practice virtue, develop resilience, and ultimately become stronger versions of ourselves.
By reframing obstacles as challenges to be overcome, we can transform our perspective and approach adversity with a newfound sense of purpose. The Stoic philosopher Seneca, known for his writings on ethics and virtue, emphasized the importance of facing challenges with courage. He wrote, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Seneca reminds us that endings are not failures, but rather opportunities for new beginnings. He believed that true courage was not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it.
Life, like the sea, is full of storms. There will be times when we are tossed about by waves of adversity, buffeted by winds of change, and threatened by the darkness of uncertainty. It is in these moments that we must summon our inner strength and remember that we possess the capacity to weather any storm.
Seneca's words remind us that courage is not about being fearless, but about facing our fears head-on and choosing to persevere even when the path ahead seems daunting. Epictetus, a former slave who became a renowned Stoic philosopher, taught the importance of focusing on what we can control and accepting what we cannot. He famously said, "There are only two things that are truly ours, our judgments and our actions. Everything else is beyond our control." This powerful principle, known as the dichotomy of control, lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy.
Epictetus understood that much of our suffering stems from our attachment to things we cannot control, such as other people's opinions, external events, or even our own reputations. By recognizing that these things are ultimately outside of our power, we can free ourselves from the unnecessary burden of trying to control the uncontrollable.
Instead, we can focus our energy on what we can control, our own thoughts, emotions, and actions. The teachings of the Stoics may have originated in ancient Greece and Rome, but their wisdom remains remarkably relevant to our modern lives.
You know, in a world often characterized by rapid change, uncertainty, and constant stimulation, the Stoic principles of resilience, self-control, and acceptance really do offer a powerful antidote to the anxieties of modern life.
Whether we are facing challenges in our careers, relationships, or personal lives, the Stoic virtues of courage, wisdom, justice, and temperance can provide us with a framework for navigating these difficulties with grace and resilience.
And by internalizing the Stoic perspective, we can learn to view challenges not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth, learning, and self-improvement.
The Stoics believed that philosophy was not merely an intellectual pursuit, but a way of life.
They really emphasized the importance of putting Stoic principles into practice in our daily lives, no matter how small or insignificant those actions might seem.
By cultivating Stoic habits, we can gradually build our inner resilience and develop a mindset better equipped to handle the inevitable challenges that life throws our way.
One powerful Stoic practice is that of negative visualization, which involves imagining the loss of things we value.
While this may seem counterintuitive, the Stoics believe that by contemplating the impermanence of things, we can develop a deeper appreciation for what we have and reduce our anxiety about losing it.
Another Stoic practice is the daily reflection, where we take time each day to reflect on our actions, identify areas for improvement, and cultivate gratitude for the good things in our lives.
By incorporating these and other Stoic practices into our daily routines, we can gradually internalize their wisdom and develop a more resilient and fulfilling way of life. Resilience is not an innate trait, but a skill that can be cultivated through practice and perseverance.
The Stoics believed that we all possess an inner citadel, a place of strength and fortitude within ourselves that we can access in times of difficulty.
By cultivating Stoic virtues such as courage, self-control, and acceptance, we can strengthen this inner citadel and develop an unshakable foundation for weathering life's storms.
Start by identifying your strengths and values. What are you good at? What do you believe in?
By focusing on your strengths and aligning your actions with your values, you can build a strong sense of self-worth and purpose that will serve you well in times of difficulty.
And remember, setbacks are not failures, but rather opportunities to learn, adapt, and grow.
The Stoic philosophers understood that life is full of challenges, but they also believed that we possess within us the strength and resilience to overcome them.
By embracing the Stoic mindset, we can transform our perspective on adversity, cultivate inner peace, and live more fulfilling and meaningful lives.
As we face the inevitable challenges that life throws our way, let us remember the words of Seneca. It is not that we are insufficient to bear our burdens, but that we ourselves are a burden to ourselves.
By letting go of what we cannot control, focusing on our own actions, and cultivating a mindset of resilience and acceptance, we can free ourselves from unnecessary suffering and embrace the fullness of life with all its joys and sorrows.
The path of the Stoic is a call to courage, a journey of self-discovery, and a lifelong pursuit of wisdom, virtue, and inner peace.